Sebuah like and either.
Well, everybody's muted. I gotta start warning people ahead of time that the camera's on.
Okay. You guys ready to go? Hello, all my online friends. I can't do it. I can't do the low ponytail. I have to top bun. I'm sorry, give me a second. I was gonna try it. We're gonna try something new. It just feels wrong. I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay. It does make some stuff harder though, because it takes my center of gravity up a little bit, and all of a sudden I gotta bend my knees doing a roll up. Okay. We are going to kick it up a notch from last week. I know the past couple of weeks we've been doing some fundamental plus. We're gonna go a little harder today. As always, please be mindful of your body and things that you are supposed to be doing and not supposed to be doing. If we run into something that is not for you today or ever, just do something else. You can always come back to pelvic curl. You can always come back to another exercise that works well for you, but please keep moving and just be kind to your bodies and be responsible for your own bodies. And we are going to have some fun. Let's go. I'm gonna face this way again because I can see that glare coming in. We're gonna stand about middle of the mat today, middle of the mat. Drawing the shoulder blades back, feet parallel, fist width apart, reaching through those arms, lifting the crown of the head to the ceiling. Take an inhale and exhale. Slowly start your roll downs. You're gonna take your head down and then draw the ribs into the body and then up towards the ceiling. Bending those knees, taking the low back into flexion. And make sure that right here, we're really trying to get a stretch in the low back. You don't want to straighten the legs and go down like this. We're trying to bend the knees. We're trying to get the low back stretch. We're trying to go just to the fingertips, maybe even less if this is where you're stopping today, that's fine. Take an inhale and exhale, draw the belly button into the spine, keeping the weight forward over those toes. We straighten the legs, stack the spine, open the chest, and take an inhale. And then just so you know, this is recording, so if you want, you can walk around. Yeah. We don't mind you being on camera, but exhale, roll down from the crown of the head, the upper back, the mid back. We bend those knees, taking the fingertips to the floor. Unshrug those shoulders. Pull your shoulder blades towards your spine. Inhale. Exhale, scoop those abs in. Drawing those sits bones down and the lower ribs up to the ceiling. Straighten the legs. Peeling the spine up. Open the chest. And now from here, we're going to take the arms out. We're going to cross the feet. And we're going to take a seat down on our sits bones. We're going to slowly go down, 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 down. Try not to use your hands. And then sit. Feet flat, knees bent in parallel. Pulling up nice and tall. Feet fist width apart. Shoulders are back. Grab your thighs with your hands. Pull yourself up towards the ceiling, nice and tall. We're going to take an inhale here. Into the rib cage, and then exhale. Pulling your belly button to your spine. Again, an inhale into the ribs. And an exhale. Drawing that belly button in. And again, inhale. And exhale. This time we're going to add a little C curve. Inhale. Grow taller. On your exhale, we're going to round forward. So not backwards, but forwards. Into that C curve. Getting as deep in that curve as you can without shrugging the shoulders. So from here, pull the collarbones flat. Open the chest and lengthen up. Nice and tall. Exhale, round the spine, think belly button to spine, articulate into that C curve, and then lengthen and lift. Nice and slow, nice and controlled, shoulders back, inhale. Exhale, round the spine, drawing the belly button in. And then come back up, restacking that spine. Take the arms away. Shoulders back, arms straight, hands at shoulder height. Inhale. Exhale, take the belly button into your spine. You're going to round forward into that C curve. We're going to hinge back, taking this as far back as you feel like going at this moment. Exhale, coming back forward into that C curve, and then lengthen the spine. Again, we scoop those abs in, we round forward. We roll back as far as you'd like. You can go a little further this time if you'd like. Maybe we stop and keep it really small right now. Exhale. And just do what your body feels like doing right now. It is a warm-up. Exhale, round the spine, going into that C curve and then taking it back. Good, shoulders back. And we draw forward again. And lengthen the spine. This time we're going to roll all the way down. We're going to stay there. Find that C curve. Roll yourselves back. All the way, taking those feet with you. And then lower the arms. Open the chest, shoulders back. We're going to find your neutral spine. Your neutral spine. So the pelvis is in neutral. The hip bones and the pubic bone are parallel to the mat. The ribs are soft, so we're drawing that mid back down, but we should have a tiny little space underneath that low back. We're going to inhale. Exhale, draw the belly button into your spine. And then your spine towards the mat, trying not to just tuck the pelvis. We're trying to just draw those abs in. And now we tilt the pelvis towards us and we peel the spine up, slowly lifting into that pelvic curl, one vertebra at a time. Elongate the spine, open the chest. Keep your weight on your feet. Try not to push yourself back to your shoulders. You're pulling yourself forward to those feet. We inhale. Exhale, bring your chest bone down. And the ribs. And the belly button. The low back. We release the glutes. We rock back to neutral pelvis. And again, we inhale into those ribs. We exhale, draw the belly button to your spine. And peeling up, slowly sending those knees forward over those heels. About halfway, pause. See if you can go a little deeper in that C curve, and then continue up with those hips, with that extension. Elongate the spine. Keep your arms active against that mat. Inhale. Exhale, peel back down. Nice and slow. Try not to splay those knees to the side. Really draw those feet back to your neutral pelvis. Really draw the weight to the inside of those feet. Inhale. Exhale. Belly button to spine. Spine to mat. And then we draw the pelvis towards us and we peel the spine up. You want to get into your hip extension as soon as you can, and then elongate the spine. Just lift the chest bone. Try not to think of the ribs lifting. If you think of the ribs lifting, you're going to overshoot this position. You want to draw those ribs in, and then we roll down. And also, I know I'm being bad and I keep looking to the side at the camera, but really try not to look to the side when you're going into these pelvic curls. You want to keep your nose pointed to the ceiling so that when you're lifted, when your hips are lifted off the ground, you want your head and your neck nice and straight. Coming up into that pelvic curl. Lifting, and just pick up the chest bone. Inner thighs active, and then roll back down. Feeling those hamstrings really, really working. The abdominals really working. Again, inhale. And if this is bothering your knees, your feet might be too close to you, so make sure you're not so close with those feet that it's bothering the knees. We draw those abs in, and then lifting the pelvis. Sending the knees forward so we're not letting the body weight shift. And exhale, draw back down. One vertebra at a time. Weight to the inside of those feet. Release the glutes. Rock back to neutral. From here, let's move on to spine twist supine. Take those arms up to the ceiling. Open the arms out to the side. And you can also hold on to the side of the raise of the table and a goalpost if you are on a raised surface. We're going to take the low back into an imprint. Lift one leg to tabletop. Knee over hip, shin parallel to the floor. Take your second leg to tabletop. From here, we're going to inhale as we roll off of the middle of the sacral bone over towards me, onto the side of that hip. And notice we're keeping the opposite shoulder blade down. We're keeping the ribs drawn in. Use the obliques to return to center. And inhale, rolling off the middle of the sacral bone, away from me. Keeping the opposite shoulder blade down, and we exhale with those abs, we pull back to center. Squeeze the legs together as you rotate. Make sure you're not just leading with your knees. You want to lead with your obliques by rolling the pelvis to the side. You know you've done that right if you feel the weight of your legs in the exercise. And again, feeling that those obliques are lifting and shifting the weight of the legs over. Draw those ribs down. Keep squeezing those legs together. Watch that we don't change the knee joint, so we don't want the feet to go up or down from here. We're just holding that exact 90-degree position. And think of your heels staying attached somehow to those sits bones. So you think maybe the heels and the sits bones have a string attached so that you cannot break the string and you don't want it to go slack either. So it's just that awareness of the space, the distance between the sits bones and the heels that helps you not kick those feet up. Inhale, twisting away from me. Exhale, pulling back to center. Think of wringing out the spine, how you'd wring out a towel. We inhale once more, away from me. And exhale, pull back to center. Let's go ahead and add on a variation. We're going to roll towards me into your spine twist supine. You're going to extend both of or one of the legs if you don't feel ready for both legs, and then pull back to center and bend those knees. And we go towards, away from me. Extend those legs, holding with those obliques, and we draw in with those obliques. And coming back to center. And again, we go inhale towards me, into that spine twist supine. We extend those legs. And we pull back to center. And if we don't have this range of motion in the hamstrings, that's okay. Just straighten the knees as much as you can, but keep your knees over your hips. Much like what we would do in corkscrew. And bend one more time with this variation. We're going to rotate. And we send those legs out straight. And we exhale. Back to center. We bend the knees. Once more away from me, we rotate. We extend those legs. We exhale, pull back to center. Bend your knees. Place the feet down one at a time. Separating those feet hip width apart, neutral pelvis. Slowly take your hands and interlace the fingers together, hands behind the head. Thumbs with the family. Take your shoulder blades. You're going to draw them down away from your ears and then up to the ceiling a little bit so you feel that activity in the armpit. We're going to keep your neutral spine. Inhale. And exhale, lift your chest towards your thighs. And your head just follows. Check your pubic bone, make sure it's still down. Inhale, stay. And exhale, lower. Back down. Inhale. Exhale, lifting and gliding those ribs to your hip bones. Eyes on the thighs. Inhale, stay. And exhale, lower back down. Again, inhale. Into those ribs. We keep the belly button to the spine as we lift. Lifting that pelvic floor. Inhale. And exhale, lower. Trying to come up as deep into that spinal flexion as you can without tucking the pelvis. We don't want that pelvis to change. Inhale. Exhale, lift the head and chest. Inhale, stay. And exhale, lower. Keep the head and neck relaxed. We've got the head weight in the hands, so your arms are holding the weight of your head. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Glide the ribs to the hip bones. Pause here. This time, take your hands behind your legs. You're going to pull yourself up a little deeper into that spinal flexion. You're going to take those hands to the knees and hold. Take the hands up to the ceiling and hold. Now take those hands back behind you. Interlace the fingers together. Rest your head down and lower the head and chest. Again, inhale. Exhale, lift. Grab the thighs. Pause here. Make sure that you're as deep in this lift as you can get. And now take the hands to the knees and the hands to the ceiling. And the hands go back behind the body, hands behind the head. Lower the head and chest back down. Again, inhale. Exhale, we lift the head and chest. Grabbing those thighs, pulling yourself up deeper into that lift, and we stay, drawing those shoulder blades back. Take the fingertips to the knees and up to the ceiling. Reach those hands back and lower the head and chest back down. On this next one, we're going to go into our chest lift with rotation. I feel like my mic is flipping over, so I'm going to put it over here. Inhale, exhale, lift the head and chest, imprinting that spine. We're going to inhale, pause. Exhale, rotate towards me, pointing your chest bone to the outside of your thigh. Take your inside hand, reach it across. So opposite hand, fingertips to the knee. Now lift higher towards your hand. Place that hand back and then come back to center and rotate towards me or away from me. Take your opposite hand to the outside of the knee. You're going to lift towards that hand. Take your hand back and come back to center. Again, we rotate. Reach that hand out and then lift deeper. Taking the hand behind and back to center. And again, we rotate. Reach that opposite hand out and then lift higher. Take the hand behind the head. Come back to center. Lower the head and chest for a moment. Reset the pelvis. Make sure that you're still in that neutral position. This next time we come up, we're going to stay. We're not going to use the arms to help. We're just going to do our regular chest lift with rotation. Exhale. Inhale, stay. Exhale, rotate towards me. And back to center. And exhale, rotate away from me. And back to center. Keeping your chest lift the whole time. And exhale. Rotate. And center. Again. Exhale, rotate. And center. Watch that the pelvis doesn't twist. The legs don't shift anywhere. They stay nice and steady. Resting your head in your hands. No neck. Exhale, rotate. Back to center. Lift a little higher. Lower the head and chest back down. Circle those arms around by your sides. Arms down. Neutral pelvis. We're going to take the leg closest to me. And you're going to lift it up and just past your hip crease. So I want this knee slightly beyond your 90-degree angle. And we're going to go straight into leg changes. We're going to switch those legs. And exhale, switch. Exhale, switch. And switch. We're making sure that the back isn't arching towards the ceiling. You want the ribs down and this nice and controlled abdominal work. We switch the legs and we switch the legs. 4 and 3 and 2. Feeling the weight of those legs. Stop in tabletop. Take the leg furthest from me, glide it all the way out straight. No change of the pelvis. Elongate your top leg up to the ceiling. You're going to flex that foot. We're going to pull that leg in to a stretch and hold for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and set that knee above the hip, reaching that heel to the ceiling. We're going to go into leg circles. You're going to cross that leg over the midline, around and up, and over the midline, around and up. Inhale and exhale. And we're trying not to move that pelvis. We're keeping the arms relaxed, not the arms, the shoulders relaxed. Your arms are active against the mat. Inhale, circle, and exhale, circle, other direction. We inhale towards me and around. Exhale towards me and around. Watch this bottom leg and make sure it's not rocking side to side or changing its amount of rotation. It stays. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale one more time. A little drop, catch. A drop and catch. Point your foot to the ceiling. Bend your knee. We're going to take your other leg up to tabletop. Hold. Find your neutral. Glide the leg that just worked, the one closest to me, out straight. And then extend your other leg to the ceiling. We're going to pull that foot back into dorsiflexion. Grab the thigh and pull it in closer. We're going to flex and hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then set that knee right above the hip. We're going to go towards me. This time we're going to go across the midline, down and around. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And we go around and up. And around and up. Don't move that pelvis. Around and up. And around and up. Watch that we're not tensing in the neck. Keep those shoulders down. And reverse. We go around and up. Exhale, around and up. Keeping that dorsiflexion. Keeping your arm active. And exhale. Keeping that opposite leg anchored. Nice and still. 2. And last, 1. And hold. Point that foot. Bend your knee. We're going to take both legs to tabletop. Take the arms up. And head and chest and arms. And take those arms back up. Lower and reach back. Again. And take the arms up. Lower and return. Remember, we're going just to 90 degrees at the shoulder, then we lift, and then we lower, arms parallel to the ground. Take those arms up. Lower the head and chest and reach back. Inhale up. Lower and reach back. 2 more. Exhale, arms, head and chest. Arms, keeping a nice neutral pelvis. We lift the arms, lower the head and chest, and reach the arms back. 2 more. And inhale. Last one, we go up and stay. From here, we're going to take one leg out straight, turn the palms in, the other leg out straight. Draw in deeper, and we're going to roll up all the way forward. Eyes over the knees, draw those abs in. Nice big inhale. Exhale, roll back down, hinging that C curve backwards. Taking those arms up and back. Again, inhale, arms, head and chest. Arms parallel to the ground. We peel that spine up. You may need to bend those knees. Coming forward. Check that the legs are still parallel here and that you're drawing deeper into that C curve. And we roll back down. Keep the C curve And then reach the arms up and back. Again, inhale, arms, head and chest, arms. Exhale, peel the spine up, staying in a rounded position. Draw those ribs up and in. Shoulder. Exhale, roll down. Keeping those arms parallel to the ground. And then the arms up and back. Take your time. Inhale, arms, head and chest, arms parallel. We draw in slow and steady, hinging your C curve forward. In this position, make sure your eyes are above your knees. So we're hinged pretty far forward. We're going to keep the arms parallel to the ground and make sure that your head doesn't drop in between your arms. So you pull your head back. Imagine the arms being the water line and we in the water. Exhale, rolling down. And take it up and back. Let's do 2 more. Keep those collarbones flat. Keep the pecs out of the equation. Inhale. And exhale, we roll back. And take those arms up and back. 1 more time. We go arms, head and chest, arms. Peel the spine up, hinging forward. From here, we're gonna lengthen the spine. Flex and separate those feet, pulling up nice and tall, getting upright on those sits bones. If you need to bend your knees to get upright on the sits bones, go ahead and bend your knees. Take the arms out straight, shoulders back, take an inhale. Exhale, we start to peel the spine down from the crown of the head, the upper back, the mid back, going into spine stretch and making sure that we are going 1 vertebra at a time and then hinging forward at the hip joints if we have more flexibility than that. Exhale, rolling up, restacking that spine. Imagine that you're peeling your spine off of a wall. Exhale down. Keep those shoulders heavy and those hands high up, feather light, reaching towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, rolling back up. All the way upright. Making sure those feet are nice and flexed, not with the toes. Watch out for this with those toes. You want to relax the toes, pull the foot back itself. Pull those feet back into dorsiflexion, but don't pull the toes back. Right. And we roll down again. Reaching forward. Let's work on that. Place the hands on the back of the foot. You're going to push your toes into the palm of your hand. Elongate, flatten the spine. Push your toes into the palm of the hand. You may need to bend your knees to get here. Toes into the palm of the hand. You guys feel this muscle on the bottom of the foot? Keep that. Take the hands away. Roll it up. And then stacking the spine. So we're stopping the toes from doing this. Inhale. Exhale. Roll down. Reaching forward. Hinging, and again, place the hands on top of the feet. Push your toes into your hands, into the palms of the hands, and then take your hands away. Keep the toes there. Roll it back up. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Roll down. We're going to do that 1 last time. We hinge forward. Place the palms of the hands on the toes. Don't let the toes pull back. Push your toes into the palm of your hand. Take the hands away, and then roll yourself up. Restacking that spine. Bring those legs together. We're going to bend the knees, taking the legs in nice and tight to the body, shoulders back in a rounded position. Collarbones flat. We're going to go into roll like a ball. We're going to round the spine and take it back. Exhale up. When you roll back, think less like you're trying to lean back. Think of tucking more and tucking more and tucking more until you naturally roll back. Oops, that one didn't count. And we scoop, 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 and roll. Using your exhale to come up. No using your legs as momentum. We tuck, 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 and we roll. And again, shoulders back. We tuck, 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 tuck. And we roll. And we scoop, 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 scoop. And we roll. And again, we scoop, 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 scoop. And exhale up. Make sure you don't let your head drop back. Keep that head off of the floor. 2 more. Inhale. Shoulders back. And last one. We roll. I have to do one more. I kicked my feet. We're doing one more for me. Scoop those legs in. That was better. And then from here, take the legs, the hands to the knees. You're going to draw yourself down, 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 down. Nice and slow. Taking the knees slightly beyond the hips, lifting the head and chest. Make sure that sacral bone is heavy underneath you and we're not tucking that pelvis. We're going to lift the chest. We're going to take those arms and legs back. Inhale. Exhale all the way around and in. And really go fast on the way out. Slow on the way in. Inhale. Fast. That is the pace of double leg stretch. We go in, and we go out, in. 2 more. Last one. Both hands to your right knee. Send your left leg out straight, opposite hand to knee. Outside hand on top of that hand. We switch, and we switch. Every time you grab those knees, make sure you're still neutral on the pelvis, but that you're lifting your chest towards your knee. And exhale, and exhale, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and in, and take those legs in together. You're going to send the legs up to the ceiling, lower the head and chest, and send the arms down. We're going to go into corkscrew. Let's go towards me. We inhale, rotate. Exhale, lower. Up to the other side and center. And now the other way. Inhale. And center. Again, inhale, twist. And around and up and in. And inhale, twist. And around, up. And making sure that we're in spinal rotation. We lower from the hips, we lift from the hips, we come back to center. And we're not arching or imprinting the spine, we're just staying neutral. And center. One more time. Inhale towards me. Keeping those feet together. We're not shifting those legs. Inhale. And center. You're going to bend those knees. Hug your legs to your chest. And place those feet down one at a time in parallel, hip width apart. Take an inhale. Find that neutral. Exhale, draw those abs into your imprint. We're going to feel that pelvic curl again. We tilt the pelvis and we peel the spine up, one vertebra at a time. Opening the chest. Inhale. Exhale, peeling back down, keeping those toes relaxed on the mat, keeping the weight on the inside of those feet. And back to neutral. And we go again. Inhale. Exhale, draw the belly button into the spine into the mat. We tilt the pelvis and we peel the spine up. Lifting those hips, opening the chest. Inhale. Exhale, peel down. Nice and slow. Take your time. Release the glutes and rock back to neutral. Again, inhale. Exhale, drawing the belly button in, and then we peel the pelvis up. Back into your pelvic curl position. We stay here. Take the leg closest to me. Up into that tabletop and slightly beyond it, we're going into shoulder bridge prep. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift up. Tap and exhale, lift. Try to feel the weight of the thigh bone. Lower tap, and lift, keeping that knee joint the same. We pause. We send the leg up to the ceiling, shoulder bridge. We point down, flex, up. And 4, and 5. Point to the ceiling, bend your knee, place the foot down, correct that pelvic curl if you lost it. Pick up your second leg. And into shoulder bridge prep, we inhale, tap, exhale, lift. Keep those hips up. Try not to drop. We do 5. We extend that leg to the ceiling. Shoulder bridge, point down, flex up. Exhale, down. Last one, 5, and stay. Point to your foot to the ceiling, bend your knee, place the foot back down. Exhale, peel back down. Nice and slow. Take your time. Releasing the glutes, rocking back to neutral. Good. Go ahead and straighten the legs out. You're going to roll onto your side, facing knee. Onto your side, facing knee. This top arm is resting on your head. You're going to scoop those abs in, belly button to spine. The legs are in a straight line with the body. If you need to take the feet forward today to get out of your low back, you can, but try to keep the hips nice and extended. We're going to draw that belly button in. Lift your rib cage a little bit just so that you're holding that neutral spine position. Place the hand down in front of you and then float your feet. From here, the feet don't come back down. We're going to go into side lift. Inhale. On your exhale, we're going to lift this hip up, up, up to the ribs, and then push the hip back away, away, away. So you're closing this distance. We're drawing that rib and the hip bone together and lower down. Exhale, tilting, and you're going to feel that imprint. And then back up. And again, you're going to squeeze those legs together. Feel that imprint on the side of the body and lift. Exhale. Inhale. Think of this hip coming up like a wave. It goes up on the shore, and then the tide pulls back out. And the tide pulls back in. And the tide pulls out. Make sure you lower back down. If you get stuck here, then people just lift and lower the legs, which is not what we want. We exhale. Inhale, lower. 2 more times. Keeping this hip stacked directly above the lower hip. Feeling equal work between the abdominals and the back extensors. Lower those feet. From here, we're going to come up onto our elbow. Push away from the floor. Lift those abdominals in nice and tight, fingertips behind the ear. If you are too far away, this is going to hurt your elbow and your shoulder. Pull the elbow nice and close. Lift yourself up. You're going to take the other hand, fingertips behind the head. Again, if you need to take one leg forward as a little kickstand, you can, but just know that's a training wheel. It's meant to come off. We lift the top leg hip height. Dorsiflex the foot going into side kick. You're going to come forward, little pulse, take it back, a little pulse. Only let the chest bone shift forward and back. Don't let the pelvis move, and keep it small. And inhale. Inhale, so we don't let those hips move. They stay, and they stay. Back to center. I'll lower that leg. We're going to come up onto our hand. Your top foot is going to go in front of the bottom foot. And then we're going to lift into side bend. You're going to take this side of the body. Go ahead and wrap one hand underneath. Give yourself a little boost. Pull yourself upright. We're going to hold. You're going to take the opposite arm out straight. When we lift, we want to make sure you're not just kicking with the feet. Your weight's going to go to your front foot. You are going to straighten the legs, but really think of finding the scapular stability underneath the arm. So I'm taking my shoulder blade and I'm pushing it down and forward, like I'm wrapping it underneath me. And you're really going to feel the obliques lifting the weight of your pelvis. From here, we're going to inhale into position. We exhale, go up and over into a side bend, looking at your bottom hand. We come back to our T position on your inhale. and lower. Inhale, we go up. Exhale over. Make sure this isn't excessive. You don't want to overdo it. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale up and over. Inhale back to your T position and lower the hip. From here, you're going to take your weight off of this hand, take it up and over, and lean into a little side bend stretch towards the side of your feet. And from here, take that hand down. Swing the legs around to the other side, and we'll do that same choreography on the other side. Still facing me, just laying on the other side. Outstretch your bottom arm. Rest your head on your arm. Pull the abdominals in. Make sure that you're lifting the upper ribs away from that mat a little bit, just so that you're in that neutral position. Belly button to spine. We're going to lift those feet, and we're going to go into side lift. Take an inhale. Exhale. Drawing your hip to your ribs and away. Really taking this piece and pulling it up to the ribs and then away. Again, if that tide analogy helps you, think of that tide. Think of the hips pulling up, the tide washing in, and the hips pulling away, the tide pulling out. Exhale. If you take my class a lot, you know I'm a Pisces. And I like my water analogies. Exhale. We pull those hips to the ribs and away. Make sure you're not just in your obliques. If you're just in your obliques, you could be rolling backwards. If you're feeling your back a lot, you could be rolling forward. So make sure that this hip is directly stacked over the bottom hip. And again, exhale. Let's do two more. Relax your head and neck. Last one. And down. We lower the feet. We come up onto your elbow. And again, get that elbow underneath you. Really underneath you. Get it close. Fingertips to the ears. Drawing those abs in. Lifting the waist up. We're going to take your top leg up to hip height. We go into side kick. We're going to go forward, pulse, and take it back. Pulse. And again, don't let your hips move. I know something's got to move, because if you don't, you're going to fall over. But don't let it be the pelvis. Just shift the sternum back a little. Shift it forward a little. Pulse, pulse, and back, back. Come back to center. Lower that leg. We're going to come up into position. You're going to take your hand, really active in this shoulder blade. Draw it down. Pull the shoulder blade forward into an active position. The knees are bent about 90 degrees. Your top foot is in front. You're going to lift those abs. Belly button to spine on your inhale. Come up into your side bend, feeling the weight. And we go up and over into this position. We come back to center and we lower down. Make sure your weight's on your front foot. Exhale up and over. Back to center and down one more time. Weight on the front foot and over. That's important later. Not for today, but later. Lower the hips. You're going to take that hand up and over into a side bend for that side. You can roll the wrist around if you'd like. And we're going to come back up. From here, take your feet in front of you. Slide forward to the front edge of the mat facing me. I'll go right center on the mat. You guys don't have to move, but I'm going to align with the camera. Take your hands shoulder width apart and back, fingertips backwards or pointing away from each other. You're going to take one leg to tabletop and the other leg to tabletop. And now extend the legs. And what you should have is a nice flat spine behind you. We're all going to send our feet to our right side. We're going to go this way. Now go down and up to the other side, back to center. Again, inhale. And center. Good. Flip those palms the other way. Down and around. Yep, and lean way back. Take your hands way back behind you. There you go. And to the side. Down and up and in. Other way. We go to the other side. down and around and up. We're only doing 3 each side. You're welcome. And in. Keep your arms straight. Do not bend your arms. And reach down and around and up. Bend those knees. Place the feet down. Separate those knees and go into a quick butterfly stretch. Reaching forward. Hands out on the floor in front of you. It will not look like this because you're not on a raised mat table, but something similar. You can walk your weight over to one side, kind of feeling that stretch and that opposite QL or that hip, and then to the other side, giving yourself a little stretch. And from here, we're going to go ahead and come back to neutral. You're going to turn and face the middle of the room again, going onto your hands and knees. Shoulders, when I say shoulders neutral, make sure that we're not pushing into the serratus so much that we lose the lower trapezius. You want this little V-shaped muscle back here active, pulling those shoulder blades together, but you also don't want to lose so much serratus that you're sinking down. So we're going to kind of practice finding that for a moment. Get the hands right under the shoulders, the knees right under the hips. If you need to go fists like this, that's fine. That doesn't work for me because my nails are really pointy right now. But you guys can do it if you'd like. You're going to sink the chest bone down. Don't change the spine, just sink the chest bone down. And then push back into that neutral position. And now overshoot it. Go shoulder blades too far forward. And then back, find that lower trapezius. And now let the serratus go. And you start to feel the difference. Because even though this might feel stable, pushing forward fully into the serratus, we can't really progress from this position. At some point, when we start to take one hand away, you're not going to be solid. So you need that lower trapezius. So now find that neutral again. We're going to go into cat stretch. You're going to pull the belly button up to the spine and round the low back. And I don't want you to even think about rounding the upper back. Just think about the low back because your upper back will round on its own. And then come back to neutral. And again, crown of the head goes up, and now we go just the thoracic spine. Again, don't let the lumbar drop. Pull the belly button in. And then back to center. Again, we go belly button to spine. And center. And we go into that thoracic extension, lengthening through the crown of the head, the upper back. And center. One more time. We round the low back. Again, don't push to your upper back. Think of that nice even space and back to center. And then we go. Inhaling into that thoracic extension. Don't let the belly button drop. Pull the belly button in. And back to center. Good. From here, sit back on those heels for a moment. You're going to flip the palms and give your wrists a quick stretch because we are going to be here for a little while longer. Shake it out. If you need to roll up the edge of your mat under the heels of your hands, you can. Okay, we're going to step back with one foot. Tuck the toes forward. Find your scapular stability. Draw the belly button in, a bias towards a posterior tilt, and now send your second foot back. Do not shift the body. Nice and still. And now we go. Front support. Glide the right knee. Glide the left. Draw those abs in. And in. Try not to change the pelvis. One more. Right and left and hold. Point your right foot. Leg pull front. We go up and down and up and down. Again, don't change the pelvis. And 5. Place that foot down. Point the other foot, and we go up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Place that foot down. Lower yourself to your chest and point those feet. We're going to take the arms to your sides. Palms in, legs parallel, belly button to spine. Inhale, lift through the crown of the head and the upper back. Into back extension, and then come back down. And what we want is the belly button to your spine, and we're pushing that pubic bone down, keeping the ribs heavy. Inhale, lift. Legs together in parallel. And exhale down. Again, inhale. Think of a turtle head coming out of its shell. And then down. If nothing else, just work on the shoulder blades. Pull the shoulders back into place and then let them come back down. If you're just stuck in your low back, just practice this, right? Just move the shoulder blades. I'm going to keep my shoulder blades here now. We lift. And we exhale down, down, down. And one more time, we inhale and lengthen and lift. We stay. We circle the arms around in front of you. Place the hands down for a moment. Just move back a little. And then see if you can get a little bit more thoracic extension. Push down with your shoulder blades. So you're going to take the shoulders out of the ears, push them down, and find this scapular stabilizer here. Wrap those shoulder blades around and down to the mat. And now from here, don't lose that position. Lift your hands and your legs. We go into swimming. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Don't lose the scapular stability. Good, everyone put your hands back down. Put your shoulder blades back. Keep it. Now lift the hands and swim. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, inhale. One more breath cycle. Hold. Lower the arms. Draw the elbows into your sides. You're going to push yourself up and back off of your elbows into a rest position. Sitting back on those heels. Take a nice big inhale. And a nice long exhale. And again, big inhale. And exhale. One more time. And exhale. We're going to roll the spine up. Take the feet around in front of you. Fist width apart, hip width apart. In parallel. We're going to go into our back support. Take the fingertips behind you, palms away. Glide the hands out just about shoulder width and place the hands down. So now they should be the same distance away from each other and behind you. You can turn the palm of your hand out to the side. This is legal. Turning the palm of the hand back is not legal. Don't do it this way. This is dangerous to weight bear the shoulder in that position. So make sure those hands are either towards you or pointed to the side. We're going to take an inhale, flex those abs, extend the back, exhale, push into your heels. Lift at the hip joints. And what we want is the shoulders right over the elbows, or right over the wrists, excuse me. Hinge back down to a hover. Exhale, lift. Keep the head and neck in line with the spine as you lower. Flex the biceps a little bit. Flex the backs of the knees so that you feel that support from both sides of the joint. You don't want to lock knees and elbows. Exhale. And inhale down, down, down. One more time. We exhale, lift. I'm sorry, I have to do it to you because I'm going to practice it. We're going to take our right leg up into leg pull back. We go up. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Place that foot down. Fix the hips. Oops, I scooted. Other side, we go up. And 2, and 3. Last one, 5. Place the foot down. Hinge at the hip joints. Round forward. Over those legs, give yourself a hamstring stretch, picking up those feet. You can stretch out the wrists against the feet as well. Curling up those fists, pushing into the ribs, into the wrists. Keep your feet dorsiflexed and together. Roll your spine up. Open the arms to the side. Palms up to the ceiling. Spine stretch. We're going to go, spine twist. We pulse. Inhale, center. If you need to get up on the sits bones by bending the knees, you can do that. If you're tight, keep the shoulders back, back, center. Exhale, exhale, grow taller. Keeping your nose over your sternum. Flex those feet from the ankles, not from the toes. And pause in the center. Separate the feet, turn the palms of the hands forward. We're going to go into saw. Rotate towards me. Hinge forward over that leg in your mountain shape. You're looking down at your leg. Lengthen and lift to your L shape. Open to your T shape. Come back to center. Inhale, rotate. And exhale, hinge. Try to keep your spine as flat as you can. Lengthen and lift, L shape, T shape, and center. Inhale, rotate. Keep your neck brace on. Don't move the head and neck. Lengthen and lift, L shape, T shape, and center. And lengthen and lift. Open and center. Again, inhale. Exhale. Lengthen and lift. Open and center. One more. Lengthen and lift. Open and center. Bring the legs together. Round your arms forward. You're going to roll yourself down, 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 down. Bend the knees if you must. Straighten the legs. Take the hands up. Interlace the fingers behind the head. We're going to go into neck pull. Draw the shoulders down and forward. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, continue to roll up. Folding forward. And then from here we lengthen, articulating the spine up to a straight line. We hinge back as far as we can until the feet are going to lift, and then we scoop. And we articulate down with control. Again, inhale. Exhale, continue, continue, continue. Oh no, if you have to do the cheater, you can do the cheater. Lengthen through the spine, articulate up, flat back, we hinge. And articulate down, down, down. And again, we inhale. And again, like I said, if you need to go arms, take the hand behind the head, forward. I had one neck pull in me without the modification, and that was it. Hinge back. And then round the spine down, down, down. Last time, you're going to inhale. Exhale. And lengthen through the spine. Pause here. Take the hands forward. Bend the knees. And then take them up. Squeeze the legs together. Teaser prep. We round the low back. We roll down. We roll down as far as you like. Don't go past the point of no return. And lengthen up tall. You can grab the knees if you need to. Pull yourself up. Make sure you get that back flat. We round, 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 and maybe we just go to here. That's fine. And we inhale. And maybe you have to give yourself a little boost. That's okay. Whatever you got to do today. Round, round, round. And lengthen and lift. Nice and tall. Pull up, 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 up. Make sure you have plenty of room behind you. We're going to roll down, down, down. Send the legs up into rollover. We flex, separate, lower the feet, and we peel back down, down, down. Point, lower, and connect those legs at the bottom. Inhale, lift. Exhale, up and over. We flex the feet, separate the feet shoulder width apart, lower the legs, and peel down. Nice and slow. Point to the ceiling, lower, reconnect. One more, inhale, exhale, up and over. We flex, separate, lower the feet, and peel down. Point and lower, and connect the feet. We're going to hold the legs here. You're going to rock yourself upright. Grab those ankles. Extend the legs out straight into your open leg rocker. We're going to scoop those abs in and roll back. Exhale, come back up and hold. And just holding this position is enough of a workout for some of us. Make sure that you're controlling this Oh, my hands are slipping. Still have lotion on my legs. To grab my leggings. Inhale back. Exhale up. Don't let your head touch. Upright through the spine. Again, we round. Back. Exhale up. And hold. One more time. We round. We roll back. And back up. Pause. Legs together. Arms up. Teaser 2. And lift up. And down. And up. Keep those arms nice and long. And pause. Teaser 3. We lower the arms and legs. We reach back. Inhale. We come back in to your teaser. Roll down. Make sure you don't skip the articulation. Articulate, articulate. One more. And back. Last one. And hold, hold, hold. Lower the feet. Reach forward. Take a breather. That was mean. I'm sorry. I did say I was going to be kind of mean today. From here, we're going to bend those knees. We're going to tuck the legs across. And we're going to sit coming forward onto our hands and knees. Psych, everyone thought I was going to do crab. Gotcha. From here, we're going to send one foot out and the other foot out. Hold. You're going to bend your elbows and lower yourself down. Point the feet, lower the elbows. We're going to go externally rotated in the legs. We're going to go into swan dive prep. We lengthen through the crown of the head, grow taller as you lift. And then extend those arms to the best of your ability. And from here, we lift the legs. We take them with us as we lower. And we inhale through the crown of the head, the upper back, the mid back, lifting from those abs. And we draw down. One more time, we're going to see if we can take it into swan dive. Prep with catch. From here, we're going to go fingertips towards each other, elbows open, and catch, like so. And again. And if this does not feel right for you today, just keep doing swan dive prep. We catch. One more. And catch. We lower down. Bring the legs back to parallel. Push off the elbows and take a seat on those heels. Nice big inhale. And nice long exhale. Breathing. Inhale. And exhale. One more. From here, we tuck those toes. You're going to push yourself up into a big stretch for those hamstrings. Big stretch for the calf muscles. In this position, wrap the shoulder blades forward and then draw the crown of your head towards your hands. So you're really in a nice supportive position with those shoulders. We're going to slowly step the feet in. Bend your knees. Round the spine and roll yourself up to the ceiling. Open the chest. Nice big inhale. Exhale, roll down from the crown of the head. The upper back. The mid back. Bend the knees, reaching the fingertips forward. Inhale. And exhale, draw those abs in. Lifting the ribs to the ceiling, drawing those sits bones down, straightening the legs and opening the chest, collarbones flat. One more time, inhale. Exhale, round the spine from the upper back, mid back. Bend those knees going into that low back, noticing the difference in your body, how much more fluid it's moving. Keep your weight bias to the toes. We're going to roll ourselves up. Drawing those sits bones down, straightening the legs, opening the chest. Grow an inch taller. And give yourselves a hand. Well done, everybody. How do we feel? We feel good? Oh, good. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody in person, all my regulars, all my friends, and thank you so much online for joining me. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Woo, big hearts. I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, I see some familiar names. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that's what you needed. I will see you guys next week. Same time, same place.